with me. That's about it. Happy Halloween weekend, everyone. I am, of course, Left Shark. Thought I'd dress up. This is a onesie. It's very comfortable. I'm very toasty in this. Thought I'd do a little dress up because we didn't get to celebrate Halloween together. Because wide stream on Halloween. I think everyone's busy. So here we are. Game 2. Let's hope game 2 goes better than the first game. The first game was kind of bananas when it came to the dice. Just went by very quickly. I'm going to open up betting for you guys. Payout. Actually, no one bet on the other side, so no one won anything last turn, but we'll open up betting again for this game. As we're playing Salvage Mission, round 1. I'll do the list in a moment. Second capital of Poland. Chicago does have a lot of Polish folks here, which is awesome. Tons of Polish people. Did you also stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night? No. Is that like a Polish thing? Is that a reference to Poland? Forget it. I don't know what that. I didn't know what that meant. Sorry. Not sure what we're. Yeah, you have a lot of points, Owen. That's a lot of points. Make sure you guys get your bets in. We're playing with the new points. Speaking of. So on the left here, Gravinus bringing Annika, Delta 7B Anakin making another appearance, but this is actually not 7B. I apologize. CLT Annie with shield upgrade, patience, as well as that CLT oddball. And the Y-Wing has Watchful, Proton Torpedoes, and Dorsal Turret. Okay. Boost with Proton Rockets, Munitions Failsafe, and Dedicated Axe, Custom Axe, not used to seeing Custom Axe, with Cluster Missiles and Dedicated, and then R2-D2 with Seismic Charges, Wolfpack, Advanced Proton Torpedoes, and Ion Cannon Turret. Now, whoop, that is a dial. That is not what I meant. I meant to bring up Fen Rao's card. This is XWA Fen Rao with that extra hull with Fearless Adaptable Power Systems, Beskar Reinforced Plating. Old Tarok has Fearless Crackshot as well. And we've got the Mandalorian with Outmaneuver the Child, Knizo Switch, and CLT, and then Forlam with the Mist Hunter Hotshot Tail Blaster. That's kind of fun. Advanced Sensors and Elusive. We are again playing Salvage Mission for this game. I convinced you to bet. That's great. Hey, if you have that many points, might as well bet a few of them, right? No points in the last game. No points because when you only have people betting on one side and no one bets on the other side, the points just basically get sent back to you. So it's essentially canceling it or completing the bet is the same effect. So I just canceled it. That's why it's important that people get their bets in, a lot of them early. You spread it out so that anyone can win, depending on who wins. So far we already have people betting on both sides. So in this case, we will complete the bet out after this game. You guys have not been here. My name is Nick. I live here in Chicago, Illinois, war-torn Chicago. Don't worry, I am alive. I am safe. I am in my apartment streaming and have been streaming since 2019. I think most of you guys know who I am, but if you have not come to our channel before, that's the gist. Appreciate you watching. And we will be streaming in-person X-Wing next weekend. System open in San Francisco. Gonna be taking my gear on the plane in the air. That is gonna be a very fun and laborious trip because setting up and tearing down for 2 different stores. We'll have a full day of Swiss and then we'll have to tear down and go to the next store. Mm-hmm. Ooh, old T getting up in that grill. An old T taking a proton torpedo does not seem very fun to me. I think this is going to be an easy boost focus here. Yeah. Anakin has not yet moved. And he goes fast. So we could clap the Mandalorian here. Nice, getting a little arc dodge there as well. I think, do we have bullseye for CLT though? No. Yeah, good point with Watchful Astromech. Yeah, I agree. Old T gonna remove the focus from boost. No more proton rocket for boost. Boost is just gonna get closer. How are the colors? The colors are off. Oh yeah, they are. We don't need to fix that. That's not important. At least in my head, I had them right. I get partial credit. There you go. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, so there is our shot from Fenrau. We got ourselves a full string of 5 using Fearless. That is a nasty shot. Guaranteed 3 to go through on Axe. And my Axe. Axe takes 3 and is halved. It's nice to get half points on these like cheaper ships and it be more than 1 point, right? Now you get 3. That's kind of fun. Before it's like, and you get 1 point. We're getting our free target lock there. Fendon, you have to spend his focus, which is nice. Gonna make that shot almost possible for Axe. Anakin now. Mando, I think just took one. Is that what I see there? Yep, took the shield. Okay, old T range 1 into boost now. The correct colors. Old T with fearless and crack shot. We could get a one shot here. We can use fearless and spend our focus. Oh, do we not? We probably don't want to because of the proton torpedo. So hit crit. You really wish you could have get that full strain, but alas. Oh, is gonna spend mercy on my soul. Could be the end of your old T as we know it. And doesn't even need to use crack shot. That's a one shot of boost. Boost is dead. Not sure how we're up to 11 right now. Oh, because we got half on axe plus 7 for boost, 8 for boost. Boost is dead on the overlay. There we go. Next, it's Mando, just getting one crit. Axe no longer has any green tokens, but rolls the evade. And now the piece de resistance. The proton torpedo here from Oddball. Hey, Tim Fett, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome. This 18 months is a long time. Very long time. So not a full string, but that is a lot of crits, and Fangs don't like it. And oh, hit crit going into old T. He gambled and spent the focus to one shot and a fuel leak, and that's gonna do it. Down goes old T. Fuel leak with these gas prices. That is gonna do it. Tariffs be damned. Cue another comment on the YouTube saying, if you say anything about politics, I will no longer watch. Like clockwork. Stick to sports. But anyways, that's 2 ships just evaporated. 12-11 now, Gravinus with a 1-point lead. Now can we get a little bit of damage in to a little revenge shot here from Forlom. Yes, hit crit. Into Oddball, we get to turn down the crit with the chassis ability. And that's 3. So there you go. Revenge shot, revenge season. Oddball 1 away from half. Shields down. And now axe. In my axe. All right, let's switch from the spooky music to something else now. Some R&B. What's up, Sherman? What's up, buddy? Thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well as well. Ooh, R2D2 does have a shot into Forlom. I don't know if anyone else grabbed a crate besides Forlom. Doesn't look like it. I don't think. Dude, now you evades. Nice. I guess they both have a crate. I don't know who has it on Republic. R2D2 has one, maybe? Yes. The energy token is hidden. So they each get 2. To the third round we go. Already a banger of a game here. The old T trade for boost is pretty bad though. Let's be honest. Sorry, I'm talking to my softball team. Well, our games just got canceled. This music's all jolly and fun. We see next turn probably a 4K from Oddball, I would assume. It's gonna be a good turn for Republic. Range 1 CLT into Mando here from Anakin. It's not a great shot though. But Mando takes one more. Anakin should be able to modify his, you know, like he didn't have a target lock there. He couldn't take that action, but not having a reroll there like Predator or anything, it's kind of sucks. So last shield on Mando. Now I think we have an outmaneuver on Axe here. Yep, we do. CLT range 1. Another like not great roll. He should. He just spent it, so I'm not sure. And down goes Axe. 2 Republic ships off the board. Micah takes the lead again, 17-14. Now I'm a little confused because I don't know if he should have any force now. I can ask about it in a moment. Is there a dorsal shot? For 1. 1 damage into Forlom. Spent on defense, took a damage, regens it. Yeah, but then he just spent it again. So that's what I'm confused about. Like he spent it on the eyeball result on CLT. Unless he had a focus. So maybe he had a focus token, I just didn't see it. So you're saying that I don't need to bother them. That would be great. Cool. This should be 4 points for Gravinus here. We still gotta go range 0, don't we? Yeah, we do. 2 dice from R2D2. Oh, natties. Forlom takes 2 more. Does he have a calculate somewhere? Nope. Yeah, but however, Anakin's like barely doing damage to him. He only has lost his shields to 2 range 1 shots from Anakin. It's kind of funny. But yes, he probably will not be able to get away. So I think it'd be 18 to 19. 2 objectives for Republic to just 1 for Scum. To the 4th round we go. This round brought to you by Patreon. Do you like cool stuff? That's awesome. You should check out 312 Squadron's Patreon, exclamation point Patreon in the chat. With being a member at 312, there are 3 tiers: Chicago Dog, Deep Dish, and Capone patrons, $5, $10, $20 tiers. They all come with exclusive benefits like cool custom alt art, cards, and tokens exclusive to 312 Squadron. You also get early access to interviews we do for our podcast and discounts on all of our events. Now, if that isn't enough to convince you, I'm gonna just show you one more time this cool stuff.
You gotta give! Hey!
Financially supporting us means a lot. It allows us to do a lot more with the stream, and moving forward, especially with the X-Wing Alliance, we are excited to do even more for the X-Wing community. So if you want to get some cool stuff in return for helping 312, you should consider signing up for our Patreon tiers. Thank you all so much, and back to the handsome guy that's doing commentary for you right now. Oh, hey, that's me. That's me. Do I like cool stuff? Do you like cool stuff? Oh, I've seen Severance. Why does it give you Severance vibes, though? That's such an odd comparison. Severance is a very good show. I saw both seasons of it. Is it because of the music? Probably the music. And thanks for being a patron. The stare smile at the camera is Milchick 100%. Greetings, macro data refiners. Do you like cool stuff? Devour feculence. It's funny, Milchick is like humanized a little bit just because of all the shit he has to deal with. But he finds a way to put on a brave, smiling, creepy face. They did that to you? They made you say forgive me for the pain I've caused this world? Stuff like that. I'm afraid you don't mean it. Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. Thank you for your severance, as they say. Yeah, that's great. That sucks. I really don't know anything about that stuff. There's so much about serving in the military that nobody knows anything about. Why would you salute an enemy flag? Listen to awful music on repeat for days. Mambo number 5 on loop. Well, we're gonna just sit right in front of a gas cloud. Interesting. Anakin gonna extreme maneuvers again here. I would hope that he just takes a target lock, extreme maneuvers, and then take a freaking lock. Okay, I don't really... Huh. Was he trying to get trying to get Fen? Well, I was asking why they would make you salute. The brain is still getting used to it. Yeah, right. I know. Connect. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, 18 to 19. I feel like my brain's already started to adjust, but I totally understand being like, wait a minute, hold on a second. This game's already over. Oh wait, no, it's only halfway over. We got over 30 people watching. I'm so sorry. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a good Halloween weekend. Next holiday, it's Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. I think Canadian Thanksgiving already happened. Fan takes the damage from the seismic. Yeah, he's the road warrior. Seeing 50-point games really good right now, Nick. Yep. Thoughts in the World Series? I'm disappointed. I think everyone except for Los Angeles wanted the Blue Jays to win, and I thought they were going to yesterday. So, yeah, it's devastating. I mean, giving up a home run to a player that never hits them in the 9th inning with 2 outs to go is also pretty devastating. It's just couldn't draw it up better for Dodgers fans, but pretty painful. All right, are we shooting at Mando or are we shooting at Fen? We have an unobstructed shot now that you bombed off the obstacle that was blocking that shot. Yeah, it's a good series. 2016 is still my favorite World Series because it's the Cubs, but this is a good one. This is definitely one for the ages. I think it would be even more impressive if it wasn't the Dodgers. It's just the Dodgers just are Goliath. So. So just hit crit. Mando spends another force. He does take a crit. It's been his role every time is blank eyeball. Console fire. Gets that force back with the child. It's 23-19 Gravinus. Widens his lead by a couple points. The other thing to keep in mind is when it's like 35-30 or 20-15, you're like, oh, it's not a close game. It's really close with those margins when you double the points and go to 50, right? Console fire does a damage. it's not gonna work. Don't worry about it. Just put a crit marker. Yep. Here you go. Now this is range 1 into 4 alarm, 4 alarm. And spend the calculate, or do we take another shield? Or sorry, not 4 alarm. They're on the same side. We're shooting at R2D2. Man, their brain fart there. R2 does take damage. 2 shields down. I seen N1 and I was like, oh yeah, N1 shooting at the scum. Still getting used to that. It's probably more than 15. A lot of people haven't registered yet. I hope it's higher. I hope it's like closer to like 32 people. But it should be close. It should be. I don't know what's going on. The Conquest series was a big experiment to see what player turnout was going to be like across time zones. It was more than just me trying to do tournaments. It was a lot of things. Opportunities for people to play, to see what the online community is like. Will they show up if you do different time zones? How will it be doing one every month? What kind of data will it give us for meta and how things are performing is like multifaceted. But I'm definitely not doing the same sort of thing next year. It's just not worth it. We'll probably do a few tournaments. Like if we do Conquest again, which I'd like to do Conquest again, it just would look a little different. Maybe once every 3 months we have a tournament. And people, you know, there's less excuses. You can plan them out in advance to be able to play if people are able to or not. Conquests are fun, but I need more than like 20 to 30 people playing in them, you know? It started off really strong and then it's just tapered off. And, you know, there's always some sort of holiday people use as an excuse, but I don't really care. It's fine. I'm really happy with how the organizational aspect of it. It was a big undertaking for me. I feel like overall, I mean, there's some boo-boos here and there, but overall, everything was kind of laid out in advance. I think it was like the first 4 or 5 conquests. You had the dates for in advance, so you could really plan things out, and then we'd add the last few. And the biggest cons was just getting up at 1 or 2 a.m. for a couple dozen people to play X-Wing. It's hard on the body to do something like that. If we had like 60 plus people, it's easier to justify because you have so many people wanting to play. And I'm not taking anything away from those who did play. I really appreciate it. It's just you guys understand that there's an investment that's being made to put these on. So, and it's not necessarily a financial investment. It's you know, it's time and it's effort. But overall, despite my complaints about that stuff, I think the Conquest series has been a huge success overall in terms of how it's reached the community and how it's given people opportunities to play, and those who have taken those opportunities seem to have enjoyed it, and that makes me happy. Yeah, and some people work on the weekends. And it's tough, you know, you want to cater to as many people as possible. Those who work on the weekends, you can never really cater towards because everyone else can only play on the weekends. And I do feel bad, you know, for those who can't play because of that. There isn't really such a thing as a weekday X-Wing tournament, is there? Usually isn't. Okay, somebody took damage. 27. How does he have 27? Is it just from scenarios? It must be. Yeah, it's from scenarios. Okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little behind. All right, we're going to the 5th round here. Yeah, once a quarter is going to be the plan. I'm 50-50 on if I do one for Europe or not. I'm leaning no. They didn't really prove to me that they wanted to play online the numbers that I thought they would. So if there's a huge demand, if a lot of people come to me, it's like I want, you know, I want a UK or a Poland based one again. I'm happy to do it if people show up, but I'll favor my sleep otherwise, and keep it to US based. Yeah, you could do, you know, you could do three conquests and then a global. If I'm only doing one in 3 months, I'm more willing to do like another, like one time zone outside of the US, like a UK one. Like I would be willing to do that once. So if we did 3, it would be 2 US and then 1, maybe like a Central Time and a Pacific Time 1, and then 1 UK. How many invites? Good question. So if you did 3, it would be top 24. But then that's an odd number. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to guilt people. It's just kind of the reality. Like I've forced to become a little bit more of a realist with just strategically deciding where, you know, how I can support X-Wing. So leaning more on doing some live events, but not necessarily streaming every single week. Reevaluating Conquest so that we can still do it, but not. It's a balance, you know. It's X-Wing has changed a lot, and we're in this world now where, you know, the game isn't growing. We're sustaining the player base and then looking to grow it. And the first year is always hard to you know, so one tournament a month was to kind of help sustain the player base, and I really wanted to do that. I'm glad that we did. But now that we have the data, we have the participation numbers, we can make an adjustment based on that. That is fair for me. But also still does the community justice and offering opportunities to play Tournament X-Wing, just not once every month. Yeah, it's 18 is also a odd number. I mean, we could do 4 conquests and then still have a global. We have an even number. And then you have leagues, right? So like the team league and the draft league are just 2 leagues of many of there's Top Gun that like fill the gaps and like scratch that itch when in between tournaments as well. And so, you know, I'm happy to pass on the opportunity. Like, you know, other people should also have an opportunity to fill those gaps. It's not necessarily just me or Greg's responsibility to like provide. We don't have to, and it's nice. Like Greg does a much better job than I do in terms of streaming all the time, and the draft league has grown so big. But I know that that's there, so I can lean on that as well, and know that I'm not depriving anybody from anything really. to get a half on oddball. Let me get back to the game real quick. Been yapping. And we're going to use that ability here, looks like, to make it 2, maybe. Outmaneuver, you don't get any dice. Or any, yeah, no defense dice. Oh, is this an APT? R2D2's red. Never mind. Never mind. Range 1. What is going on? I'm lost. Right, 3 on a 4 LOM. You've got a target lock. Spin on 2. For 3. 3 go through. That's going to be half. Oh, we got elusive. Still have. You may re-roll a blank into a blank. That's what elusive says. It is 33 to 26. R2 takes 2 more. Or, sorry, Oddball takes 2 more. And I think he's at 2 hull. He is. He still has the box, though, which is nice. So +4. Up to 37. 37 to 28. Republic with the lead. Mando is somehow still alive and he's not fixed his console fire. Did we see him roll for console fire? The first and only 50-point list I have played is Vader Defender, Redline, and BOE Soontir. and it was good. It had been my first time at the game store in like 3 weeks, almost a month. And I just needed something I could easily throw. I knew I had BOE Soon Tier already in my box, so I was like, okay, like what's 2 quick things I can grab? Just a few cards of each. Yeah. Pros like what? Redline had like Pro Torps, or fire control system, seismic charges. I think that was about it. There might have been one more upgrade. Yeah, that list seems solid. I don't know if I would rely on the offense from anything but Vader Defender, at least like with the list that I had brought. It's like the double modded Pro Torps, Soon Tier being Soon Tier, and Vader being Vader. It was just like it was very scary, you know, very threatening thing to go up against. Yeah, I'm not a Death Rain guy, because Death Rain, I like the action economy of Death Rain, but I like the offensive capabilities of Redline. I also like if Redline bumps Red Focus and still acquire a lock, which is nice. Death Rain probably is more survivable. Redline kind of needs to point and shoot and will get shot at, but I guess it depends on your flavor, right? I like a 3-ship list that has like almost equal firepower capability. But I'll have to look at Death Rain's loadout. If there's like a way to take a barrage rocket or a missile or something to be able to do some damage. I know that the whole thing of Death Rain is just doing a bunch of like trajectory simulator nonsense. So that's still a way to do damage, or at least control the board. You know, well, I've learned that this game has become more about like doing as much damage with double mods as possible. So I took a list that has double mod capabilities with all 3 ships and high initiative. So in that case, with that list, I'm a 2-sword guy. I don't know. 2.5 is just different. It's more of a dice game, and I think the points change will shift that a little bit, because they've reduced the power level, as I think, you know, across the board. But I just took something that had ridiculous power level. But I'm not over here thinking that I'm not saying that that's the list that I would play, that I would bring to a tournament. I think a 3-ship list on I was playing Chance, so it's like, let's be real, like it's gonna be tough playing on any of the scenarios with that list. Although Vader could take a crate. I think as long as somebody plays an objective, sometimes you're probably like okay. Yeah, I bring a bazooka. Just won an event in UK. There you go. Yeah, I think 3-ship lists are more than viable now. 4-ship lists probably what we're gonna see a lot of. I think we have a question. Okay. Hi, sorry, I was talking to the chat.
Yes.
What's up?
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay.
So we have a dial mistake here. I put in Oddball's intended maneuver for R2D2 and R2D2's intended maneuver for Oddball.
Mhm.
Do you want us to? He's fine with switching it. How would you?
Well,
like to
we're just
approach
playing casually. It's you guys can, as long as you're
Yeah.
okay with switching it. I don't really.
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
we're okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure before we.
Yeah, you're good. I appreciate you asking, but yeah, you can switch it. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
By me,
Yep.
if you switch.
Let me reset their time here. They have 22 minutes left. I was a little late on helping them. What's fun about playing a 3-ship list, or even the days when you play 2-ship lists, is just like the challenge and it's just challenging, and I think that's what makes it fun. Now, if you're obviously trying to bring something that is going to be efficient that could win you tournaments, then you probably might not have as much fun. But for me, I'm like I want to take something to the game store and challenge myself. I'm a little bit of a masochist with that. I'm a good enough player that I feel like I have a decent chance to win. I was trying to build 4-ship Empire list, but I took like 15 minutes building around, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I kind of started with Vader Defender, so I was doing it. It was a handicap towards myself because he's really expensive. But I was like, I need to build a list around Vader Defender because like I just want to play him. Just try it. Yeah, I think X-Wing now is, it's like a puzzle for me. So, and I've never liked bringing what everyone else is bringing. I've had to a couple of times towards the end of 2.5 under AMG, just because that was like, I wanted to give myself a chance of winning it all like everyone else. But otherwise, I used to play Luke, Han, and Wedge. I mean, talk about challenging yourself. It was also just like incredibly powerful. If you pointed everything on one ship, you just delete things. But I love Merrick Steele so much. So 5 dice, but gets 3 hits. And that's going to be it for Oddball. Maybe you wish he did keep his maneuvers switched. It's 37-34. We're dropping the box. Three on 4, Anakin. Go for that CLT shot. And once again, not getting 4. He's not gotten a full string from any of his shots. 3 hits. Fen, does he have a focus still? Wow, that's 3 blanks. You can Concordia and take 1 more. I think he's 1 away from half now. I will say this. I think I'm a little bit more eager to play again. It's been a long burnout phase for me of just prioritizing the channel and streaming over wanting to play. But with the 50 points, I think that might be enough of a spark for me to want to play again. Kind of ease into it the last couple months of the year and play here and there a little bit, but at least go to the game store. I was just so done with the 20 points. And that has nothing to do with XWA. I think they did a good job with what they could with 20 points. This is exciting, though. You finally can give the ships that were worth 3.5, make them 3.5 times 2, 7, for example. I like that a lot. Gives prices things more fairly. You know? R2D2 has been halved. Micah is up 39-37. What a game. A little hotshot tail blaster. I don't know if we can do that at range 2. Oh, you 0-1. Shooting primary. Into Annie. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Hit crit into Annie. Oh, lordy. Anakin's taking a shield. He does have a shield upgrade at least. It still needs a couple to be had. And it's 41-39. Micah trying to close the gap to 50. He is ahead by 2. To the 7th round we go. I mean, let me try to build a rebel list. Something that I would play. Let's just while I have a second. So how are the E-Wings priced? I'm sure they're pretty expensive. Gavin's 15 points. Same price as Redline. Corrin is cheaper with less loadout. So let's do Corrin. And we could do like fire control system. Maybe elusive. Which is 4 points. Can we do pattern analyzer? Oh, he doesn't even have a text slot anymore. That's not good. Scavin? No, so the E-Wings no longer have access to pattern analyzer, which is too bad. It was a fun ride, guys. Pattern analyzer E-Wing era lasted quite a long time. That text slot was quite gorgeous. So now you have to go, I think you have to just go pure aggro. You can go elusive plasmas R3 fire control on Gavin for 15 points. How much is Dutch? He's 11 with a lot of loadout, though. Proton torpedoes and... R4 astromech. Give him expert handling. Sure. And that's 26 points. You could do Aaron Kraken to give him double mods. He's pretty cheap. You can only take a missile, no torpedo for Aaron. Concussion missiles? I don't know. Munitions fails that. Anyways, there's some that's 3 ships already with 16 points to go, so it's not too bad. Intriguing. Aaron can take clusters again for double ability. Oh, that's true. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, I mean, the issue with cluster missiles is it's hard to shoot them. Like you'd be like, what do you mean? It's it's only range 2, 1 to 2. It's hard. The first engagement when you really would like to give the actions, you can't take the shot. I'm not a huge fan of cluster missiles on most ships, but I do like the fact that you can use that ability twice. Boy Luke or Boy Wedge? Yeah, I'd probably go with Wedge. Gavin, Dutch, Aaron, Boy Wedge. It's not bad. That actually sounds pretty threatening to me, especially because there's three torpedoes in that list. There's 3 proton torpedoes, two protorps and 1 APT, and then you can give Dutch double modded protorps. Gavin would have double modded protorps, and then Wedge would have a double modded APT, and then Aaron could have a double modded concussion missile, assuming Dutch locks first and provides the target lock to Aaron, and then Aaron focuses, shoots, gives the focus to Dutch. That's a lot of double mods. So maybe you have to try that one out. No pattern analyzer on Gavin, though. You got to be careful. It's getting turned around. Two hits from Anakin into Forlom. Forlom takes another damage. Down to 3. I mean, Mando's only 1 away from dying here. Now we're going to shoot into Anakin here. Don't think Fen has any mods. Well, he does have a focus token. But it's depleted. He can spend it for 2. Anakin takes 1 more. That's half. That's huge. That's 7 more points. Oh, no, sorry. I apologize, everyone. I apologize. That was his last shield. He had shield upgrade. Normally, it would be half. Wow, look at that arc dodge for R2-D2. R2-D2 never getting to fire that APT. Three hits will finish off Mando. He's got no force. He's got to focus, though. We're going 4? Who's rolling 4 dice? I'm confused. R2-D2 is an ion cannon turret. Okay, got it. That's a dreadful shot. That's horrible. Only 1 because a ton of fucking eyeballs. Oh my god, that's an awful shot. It's basically a blank out. Yeah, I forgot it was dorsal and oddball, but ion cannon on R2. That was a frustrating shot. You had a chance to take the lead there, and R2 with a calculated rolls 4 eyeball results. All right, it's 41-43. To the 8th round we go, playing a lot of rounds. The droid drawback, indeed. Generally, people say 2 calculates is better than a focus, but when you only have 1 calculate, definitely wish you had the focus instead. Am I right, folks? Yeah, it really has. That's a low bar though, Doug. Your game was over in like 25 minutes. Or like 30 maybe, but it was still just incredibly quick. You played well. I don't know what you did wrong. Anakin spending his force to use his ability here. I think it's time to barrel roll. Yeah, that's a death shot. You stay there. Nice arc dodge. What's a little scary though is that you don't have anything for defense here, since Forlom is gonna still be shooting at you. Now 3 dice downtown into R2 for 3. No, only 2. No focus. R2 takes 2 more. Poor R2. Fen is only 1 away from half. He did have a focus. He kept it though because he doesn't want to get halved by Anakin. No mods. You really just need natties. Hey, Crit, you need a blank out? Cheekily bring the result back. Like, can I do something with this? No. Oh my gosh, that almost was a blank out, but Concordia saves the day. Down goes our friend R2. And Micah pretty much closing the game out here. Especially if Anakin gets halved. That will be it. 2 has the lock. Nicely played by Micah here. 3. Now, I would assume Anakin's going to be taking at least a damage here. And that is 1. That is half. I'm not sure who has boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4 dropped. And that's game. So 59 to 41 is the final score. That concludes the game. As Scum takes it. Great game. Very engaging, even though I was distracted. Great game. Seriously. Thank you to our players today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a good Halloween weekend. For those who celebrate Halloween, it's an excuse to get dressed up. Used to get dressed up and dance a little bit. So I hope y'all have enjoyed your time watching today. Look out for us next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday, in-person X-Wing San Francisco System Open. You want to help us with our travel, you can donate. There's our tracker below. No worries if you don't or you can't. I totally get it. We appreciate everyone that has. I hope you all have a good rest of your week ahead as the new week starts tomorrow. Long live X-Wing. Enjoy list building. Breathe the free air again, my friend. As Gandalf said to Theoden, old Theoden, like, who's like the Saruman, like kind of corrupted Theoden, was like 20 points. But then and then all the wrinkles go away and the beard gets shorter and then he looks alive again, and that's 50 points, Theoden. I'm connecting Lord of the Rings and Star Wars again, as I like to do. So breathe the free air. Enjoy your list building. Enjoy 50 points. I will see you all next weekend.